No, TheLadyKeziah here. Brothers and sisters, in a world that is constantly chasing norms, applause, and endless achievement, I come to you in this video with a quiet truth. Truth that may not trend or go viral, but will transform your life from the inside out. And that is, inner peace is the new success, and wholeness is the new goal. For too long, we have been taught that success means hustle without rest, achievement without pause, and recognition at the expense of sanity. We have worn ourselves thin, trying to become something more, while silently losing touch with who we are. Now, what is the value of a full bank account and an empty soul? What is the gain in having the world at your feet if your mind is in pieces and your heart is nowhere to be found? When we take off your title, the money in your account, the car you drive, and the house you live in, are you a happy soul? The truth is this: peace of mind is the real luxury. A calm spirit is more valuable than any title. A sound sleep, a joyful laugh, a heart not weighed down by anxiety. This is what we should be chasing now. This is the new success. Let me remind you, you're already royalty. There is a crown on your head, not made of gold or jewels, but made of dignity, grace, wisdom, and divine worth. And when you live from a place of inner wholeness, you don't need to fight to be seen, prove you belong, or compete for approval. So why soil your crown? Why exchange your peace for validation? Why trade your wholeness for applause? Why lose yourself to gain things that will not change anything inside you? There is power in stillness. There is success in healing. There is glory in protecting your peace. You don't need to shout to be heard. You don't need to bend to be accepted. You don't need to shrink to fit places you've outgrown. Protect your crown by protecting your peace. Guard your mind like royalty guards its throne. Let wholeness, not hustle, be your highest ambition. This is not weakness. This is wisdom. This is not giving up. It is leveling up. This is not passivity. It is power. So to you, my brothers and sisters watching, may you walk forward not in frenzy, but in focus. Not in chaos, but in calmness. Not in pursuit of performance, so the world applauds, but in pursuit of peace. Because inner peace is the new success. Wholeness is the new goal. And your crown is too sacred to be soiled. Wear it well. Live well. Be whole. I know you're asking, what do I mean? How can I be whole when there is so much chaos, lack, and confusion in my life? Yes, I know. Pay attention. I am getting there. This is why I invite you to pause and reflect, not just on where you are, but on who you are becoming. Who are you becoming? Are you just gathering without becoming? And more importantly, what you need to truly live meaningful and purposeful life. In 1943, the psychologist Abraham Maslow proposed a theory that still speaks profoundly to the human gene. He called it the hierarchy of needs. The hierarchy of needs. I know you've heard about it. If not, go read and research deeper into it. It is a 5-level framework that outlines what we as human beings must experience in order to grow, thrive, and ultimately to live in wholeness. Let's take a moment to walk through it, not as academics. You don't need to be a psychologist or a psychology student. Two different things, just as humans on a journey to purpose. Let's take a moment to walk through this. Number 1, physiological needs, the foundation of survival. At the very base of the pyramid are the basic needs: food, water, shelter, good sleep. I've qualified it. It's supposed to be sleep. No, good sleep. Some of you have added sex. I hear you. According to him, without these, we cannot function. Let this be a reminder. Meeting your basic needs is not selfish. It is survival. If anybody tells you that meeting your basic needs makes you carnal, that person doesn't know what life is. And don't pay attention to those bullocks. No one can dream on an empty stomach. If you can't pay your children's school fees, you can't feed your children. If you can't provide your basic needs, you can't chase purpose and you can't have any meaningful life. So meeting your basic needs is not selfish. It's survival, the basic. No one can live purposefully when his or her body is breaking down. If you don't take good care of your body, it doesn't matter how powerful your spirit is, your body will give up on you. You must give yourself permission to care for your most primal needs. You need money. That is not carnality. So when you listen to all those religious bollocks and think poverty, you want to romanticize poverty, you can never live any meaningful and purposeful life. Number 2, safety and security. The ground of stability. You need to feel safe, physically, emotionally, and financially too. You see, finance has surfaced here again. If you are constantly in fear or living in unpredictability, purpose becomes clouded by survival. If you are just thinking of your basic needs every day, purpose becomes clouded by survival. Stability gives you the strength to build. So create safety in your environment, in your finances, and in your relationships. You can't pour from a life that is always on edge. Brothers and sisters, you can't pour from a life that is always on edge. Number 3, love and belonging. The pulse of connection. We all crave connection. To love and be loved back. To belong. Purpose flourishes when we are rooted in real relationships. The key word here is real relationships. Relationship that equally pours into you as you pour into them. Whether it's family, friends, or community, we need spaces where we are seen and accepted. In as much as isolation kills potential and connection fuels it, I wonder how you can thrive in relationships that gives nothing back in return to you. And you know what I'm talking about. in places, communities with people that you are always embarrassed, disgraced, taken for granted, abused. What are you doing there? You can never be fooled. And these are things you need in order to thrive. If you want to live a meaningful life, cultivate relationships that support your soul. Number 4, esteem, the need to matter. We need to feel that we are valuable, that our lives have weight, that our presence makes a difference. This level is not about arrogance, no. It's about recognizing your inner worth and allowing yourself to believe in your potential. That is why sometimes I tell people, it is not about what people will say, but your soul is supposed to know that you are making impact in life. You are living, not just existing, not just surviving. You are valuable. Your life is productive. When you feel confident and respected, you are more likely to take risk, lead right, and create. Purpose doesn't live in shame. It lives in self-respect. Number 5, hooray, self-actualization, where everybody wants to get. Becoming who you were meant to be. At the top of the pyramid is self-actualization. The place where you are no longer surviving, but truly living. This is where meaning lives. This is where you find fulfillment, embrace purpose. Here, you are not chasing success. You are pursuing significance. You're contributing to humanity. You are using your gifts, living in alignment, and fulfilling your calling. You can't do this when your basic needs are not met. You cannot reach self-actualization by skipping the steps beneath. You cannot live purposefully when your needs for love, rest, security, and confidence are unmet. You cannot self-actualize when you are always broke and broken and fantasizing poverty, living from the point of arrogance, ignorance, and naivety. You can't self-actualize. So what does Maslow teach you and I? He teaches us that purpose is layered. He teaches us that you matter at every level, not just when you are achieving, but even when you are healing, building, resting, and simply surviving. That is why you don't just need to chase the applause. And no, there are times you have to accept that you are not okay, and it's okay not to be okay at certain times. Whilst you work, you enjoy the level in which you are, whilst you work towards the next level. He teaches us that a meaningful life is not one of constant hustle, but of balanced growth, balanced growth, balanced growth. Because you wanting more money doesn't mean you should trade your health for that. There should be a balance, harmony. He reminds us that to live well, you must live fully, mind, body, and spirit aligned and nourished. So in this video, I urge you, brothers and sisters, do not despise your current level. Do not rush past your met needs in pursuit of purpose. You are chasing purpose whilst your basic needs are not met. How do you achieve your basic needs? Get to work. You'll get there. Continue. Follow. Pay attention. You'll get there. Because a meaningful life is not a mystery. It is a journey. And Maslow left us the map. And that's why I ask you to critically examine what truly matters to you in this life and make those your priorities. Don't just live. People are building big houses, and you also build big houses. People are buying luxurious cars, and you also go buy them when you don't have liquid cash to take care of you at certain times. What really makes you happy? What matters to you in this life? Those should be your priority, not chasing the wind and the dictates of the world. In the noise of expectations, in the rush of routines, and the pressure to perform for the world to see, many people end up living a life that looks successful on the outside, but feels hollow within. A life that looks all put together outside, but hollow within. In your 20s and 30s and 40s, and sometimes even early 50s, you might be okay. When you hit 60 and 70 and you turn back, then your case to you, you never fully lived. Are you a happy soul? We chase applause, but long for peace. We accumulate things, but ache for meaning. We stay busy, but feel disconnected from ourselves. But what if the answer is not in doing more, but in doing what truly matters? Hello, my brothers and sisters. What if the answer is not in doing more, but in doing what truly matters to you? At some point in your journey, you must pause, not to rest, but to reassess and re-examine your life. To ask yourself with raw honesty, what truly matters to me? What do I want to be remembered for? What fuels me, and makes me come alive? What fuels me, and makes me come alive? Because here is the truth. You can spend your whole life climbing a ladder only to get to the top and discover that ladder was leaning against the wrong wall. Hello. You can spend your whole life, not entirely your whole life, because that awareness will hit you at some point. So you can spend the productive years to climb the ladder only to get to the top and turn around to discover that that ladder was leaning against the wrong wall. That is why it is not just important, it is urgent to critically examine your life, to strip away the expectations, the guilt, the distractions, and the noise so you can tune in with your own soul. And it's only at that point that you can ask yourself, is it peace that matters most? Is it love, family, purpose, faith, growth? You know these things. What matters to you the most? Is it using your voice to make a difference? Is it slowing down to savor the life you've been given? Whatever it is, brothers and sisters, let that become your North Star. Whatever answers you get to these questions, let these become your North Star. Let it shape your choices henceforth, your relationships, your work, your time. Let it determine what you say yes to and what you finally say no to. Because when you know what truly matters to you, you stop living by default and start living by design. You stop chasing everyone else's version of success and start honoring your own definition of fulfillment. So in this video, make yourself this promise. Today, I'm reminding you through this video, make yourself this promise that I will live consciously. I will choose purpose vibration. I'll give my energy to what aligns with my values. And I will not apologize for prioritizing what gives my life meaning. Because in the end, brothers and sisters, a life well lived is not measured by how much you did, but by how deeply you lived, how intentionally you lived, and how fully you became who you were created to be. Make what matters your priority and watch the rest fall into places. Until I come your way again, so much love and blessings. Watch another video from my channel.